Bearded BIOS.
Welcome to a quick tip for Bearded BIOS tutorial. Again, this is just basic input. We're not claiming to be experts by any means here, but pretty much in relation to MSI Afterburner and undervolting your GPU. First thing you're going to really need is to figure out what your volts are and what your megahertz settings would be. If you have a GPU like the 3080 Ti like I have, you could simply Google it, go into one of the forums and see what someone else has put theirs to. So there right away, 850 volts at 1815 megahertz for a Founders Edition. That's exactly what I have. The best way to probably do it is to go into a game, run it for about an hour, max settings, max it out, make sure that the GPU gets right, rave warm, and use something like hardware info. I have hardware monitor currently installed, but hardware info, and then what you're looking for is at the point where it's right maxed out after an hour gameplay, you want to look at your voltage and your megahertz, and once you have them two figures, you can start. Left click on Curve Editor. You'll look up your settings like I explained there, maybe by googling it or running the game for an hour using hardware info and seeing what your voltage is, which is the number along the bottom when it's maxed out, and your megahertz. So I know roughly mine is about 825, which I've just clicked there. So you left click where you think, well, say for example you got 900 voltage for 1860 megahertz. You would start from maybe about 50 or 25 down from there. So you'd start at 875 or 850, and say for easy working out, say it was 850, then I start at, I'm just going to click up until I find 850, 856, so there's 850. So 900 was what I got from running the game maxed out, so I've gone 50 down from what I've seen. Left click, nope, make sure you singularly click it, so left click and drag it up to 1860, as that's what we've seen it running at, hypothetically. And then what you want to do is hold shift, left click and drag across, and then you want to hit shift and enter. You might have to hit enter twice, and that is you undervolt it. What you want to make sure you do next is come back over to the MSI Afterburner panel and hit apply, and it'll give you that angle. That's completely fine, it's moved like that. That is you undervolt it at the 850. Let me see. And then I'll just hit save to profile 2, and I'll say curve there now on the main panel. If you go to your curve editor, it's still a bit an angle. Yep. And that is you at the 850 mark at 1860. So 850 volts, 1860. If that wasn't stable, you would know you'd be crashes, there'd be artifacts, it wouldn't run right. Wouldn't damage your card, but it just simply wouldn't run right. I could go lower, maybe I could go to 825 next. Pretty much I know from about 850 I can only go down 25s from there. Some people I think have done it at 800 with a 3080 Ti Founders Edition, but I found around 825 or 850 stable, so I've went 850 at 1860 megahertz, and that's saved. And as I say, what you do is you hit the apply button, which is grayed out now because I've already applied it. You hit the save button in the middle, and you pick your profile. They're all flashing. You left click too, and go back into your curve editor, and it's still showing. Minimize it, MSI, and then when you run a game, it should be a lot cooler, and there shouldn't be as much fan noise. And if you've got like hardware monitor or anything like that or info, you should notice less wattage, less volts, less heat. That's the idea of it, and you shouldn't lose much performance. In my experience, 1 to 2 frames at most, if any. It is a really good thing to do. I would highly recommend undervolting your GPU. I'm by no means, we're not experts, but we're just giving basic tips that we've picked up over our time from gaming and tinkering with computers. So far so good. There will be another video coming in relation to undervolting your CPU. A wee bit more technical, a wee bit more different settings you need to guide, but really simple. There's going to be more info on that coming very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and follow, like. If you don't like, please don't hit dislike if you can. Take care.